that's the case, like, why? Well, we have so much on our plate. As caregivers, we're so used to caring for other people and not caring for ourselves, to choose ourselves first. So, you know, choosing myself and saying, I'm going to take better care of myself. I'm going to take this break, you know, makes me a better wife. It makes me a better mother. And my husband was able to see that, because now when I say, hey, I need to take off for about 2 days and go away, he's like, okay, he understands. And I think, you know, it takes a measure of boundaries. Many of us don't have boundaries. Many of us don't know who we are. Many of us haven't taken that time to really do that deep dive in work, because I'm a deep thinker. So I would say I've been in business nearly 5 years, going towards 5 years, but I've been on this journey for 8 years.
Mm.
So you have to understand that our parents, culturally, especially for women, it was not acceptable to talk about hard things. You just don't. So my mother never talked about things of that nature.
Like
In
what?
fact, just she grew up
Example.
very poor. She dealt with very traumatic experience. She didn't talk about things like that. You just push forward and you keep silent. But what happens is that chronic stress that's within your body
Yeah.
causes physiological changes to our DNA. It is called epigenetics. And what we do is that trauma or that chronic stress that we keep within our bodies causes a boatload of healthcare issues, diabetes. Just you name it is caused by this chronic stress. And so what happens is that many of us that are now seeing, like, okay, I learned behaviors that were passed down from our parents, from their grandparents, from their parents and their parents and their parents. There's a quote here I want to read to you. It's from Dr. Carl Jung. And this is why I'm so adamant about changing the narrative in my life so I can stop generational curses that have impacted me for my own children. My children won't know that. I work extremely hard on that. So the quote here says, "The greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of its parents."